independence referendum held by the Kurdistan region of Iraq. UK Prime Minister Theresa May has been meeting with European Council President Donald Tusk in London, hoping to kickstart progress towards trade talks. And the Pentagon says North Korea needs to end its provocative actions in the Korean Peninsula or face possible military action.
It's 9:01.
Community Conversations is brought to you by Arkansas Early Learning, offering no-cost childcare in Jonesboro and Northeast Arkansas. Applications at arearlylearning.org.
Arkansas Early Learning is a nonprofit organization.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning, everyone out there, and happy Tuesday to you. I hope that you are having a great start to your day. You are tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I'm your host, Quabila Harden, and my very special guests today are Ms. Jennifer Rorex. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. And Ms. Tiffany Johnson. Ms. Jennifer is from Rural Staffing. Sourcing. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry. Rural Sourcing Incorporated. And Ms. Tiffany is from Arkansas State University Career Services. Thank you all for joining us today. I'm going to get those names right by the end of the show. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about how these ladies assist students on their journey to finding employment, whether it's from getting their bachelor's degree, or if they're in the master's program or the doctorate program. Whatever stage they're in, these ladies help students reach their full potential to get the job of their dream, hopefully. But before we get into that, we're going to let them introduce themselves. So, Ms. Jennifer?
Yes, thank you for having us this morning. As stated, my name is Jennifer Rorex. I'm the Human Resources and Recruiting Administrator for Rural Sourcing Inc. here in Jonesboro. What Rural Sourcing does is we are a outsourced IT company. So everyone that works in our office is a computer programmer or a quality assurance technician that goes in and makes sure that the code that the developers created actually works the way it's supposed to. Okay. So whenever if you have a smartphone, this is probably the easiest way to describe this. If you have a smartphone, a developer has created that app on your phone. Okay. And so we actually hire people to do that. If you get the little red dot on your app that says you need to update this, that's because a QA has gone in and found something wrong with it. And they found a bug in it, and so a QA will push it out and say, you need to redo this. And then there's lots of fighting because developers never make mistakes and different things like that. But that's kind of it's more to it than what we do. Okay. But that's just a good way to kind of introduce people that have never maybe heard of outsourced IT work before. Okay,
thank you so much for explaining that. I had no idea how that worked.
And good morning. My name is Tiffany Johnson. I'm the Director of Career Services. Okay. It's a pleasure being here. Thank you so much. Career Services is a bridge between students, alumni, and employers during the career planning process that provides programs and strategies in an effort to educate, enhance, and enrich academic and career goals. So basically, we want to assist students on their career planning process. Okay. And we uphold our mission through 4 core values, which include we host career fairs and special events throughout the academic year. Okay. We provide career coaching or counseling, so we have individuals on staff that students can meet with to interact and ask them. We may ask questions like, what do you want to do when you graduate, or what type of major do you have? Let's correlate your major with a career field. And so that's when we actually work with Jennifer. So if there's someone from a technical background, then we would actually meet with her and say, okay, we have these individuals that are interested. Would you like to come on campus? Okay. 2 more of our core services are we conduct career development presentations and workshops. So at any time, we may be outside of our office in registered student organization meetings, talking to them about career development, or we may be working with faculty to get into their classes. Okay. So our core services are, I think this is the one that everything centers right back around is that we assist students with finding part-time, work-study, internship, and full-time opportunities. So it's individuals like Jennifer that can connect those students to those opportunities.
Okay, so work study would be on campus.
Yes, work-study is on campus.
And then intern off campus, or can internship be on campus?
An internship could possibly be on campus, depending on the type of major that the student has. Like right now, I have in my office a writing intern. So she wanted to know, what can I do outside of writing that does not include teaching? And so I've developed a curriculum for her within the center. But then there's also internships off campus where students can take, again, what they're learning in theory and put it into practice.
Oh, wow. So what is her major, though?
The individual's working in my office, she's an English major.
English major. So she just knew she didn't want to teach.
Well, I think she just wants to see what her options are before she graduates. And so she and her advisor visited with me over the summer to develop some type of plan that she can learn from our office. And so she may be writing press releases, or she may be writing just news articles and things of that nature, or she may just be looking at our website or the Career Essentials packet that I gave you. Just how can we make this better, looking at it from your writing lenses.
Okay, that's wonderful. So any student from any path, any major can come see you, and you will try your best
Absolutely.
to guide them. Now, have you ever had students, I know this is where the advising center would come in, they have no clue what they want to do whatsoever. So have you ever met students at that level? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Our goal is to assist students as soon as they step on campus as a freshman and all the way through their senior year. But our for senior year and graduate students. But our services are still open to alums as well. So if we find that student that's in their freshman year, they're not quite sure, but they've met with their advisor, so they know they're thinking about business. But they don't know what they can do with it, or if that's really truly the path that they want to be on. So what we will do is we work very closely with the counseling center. They do all of our career assessments, do what we call Focus 2. Once they've actually looked at their interests, abilities, and values, that assessment will give them some type of degree plan. Not degree plan, but more so a suggested career field. And so they'll meet back with us and we'll say, okay, with this major, if you decide to go into business, this is what you can do with it. Let's scale back and see what do we start doing on that freshman level all the way through that senior level.
I wish I'd have known about you all when I was in school. When I started school back in 95, I was just ready to go to school. I was ready to get away from home. I knew I wanted to go to college, but my mindset still wasn't focused on the long term and the career path. It was just get away from home, go to college, and then there was nothing else really in between. And I could have benefited a lot from your services. I started out majoring in biology because I thought I wanted to be a pediatrician. Well, many years later, that all changed. But I definitely could have used your services. And I'm sure there are many more students that were like me that came on campus with these bright ideas and no direction. So do you have a hard time reining some students in? You're going to find some students that this is what I want to do, veering from it. I just know this is what I want to do. Have you ever met those students that...
Absolutely. We have a lot of different students with a lot of different personalities and backgrounds. So basically for the individuals that aren't sure, that's when we do try to, like I said, rein them in. Not only that, how do you rein them in? I guess that's the real question. So we try to be wherever the students are, especially since we have that technology now. So we are on Facebook, we're on social media, so Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and occasionally on Snapchat, depending on the programs that we have in place. But not only that, we realize that faculty members spend the majority of the time with the students as far as classroom time. So we try to partner with faculty to go into the classes to speak about our services. And that way, some people are like, oh, so this is where I need to go to get my career services. And then not only that, if there's an organization that needs our services, so outside of the office, we want to make sure that we're connected with them. So our outside programs, we engaged with over 5,000 students last year. So again, that was either in classroom, registered student organizations, that was the career fair, or just workshops that we actually hosted. So we try to be wherever they are, and we try to connect them back to our office, and we met with over 1,300 in our office last year.
I'm sure you can catch a gang of them in the student union.
Yes, and we are located in the student union. So many times we'll have Those tables, like promotional tables, or what we call career blitz tables, either on the second floor right across from our office,
Okay.
or we'll be right in, on the first floor where the cafeteria and the I guess the food court is located.
Okay. On this handout that you gave me, the 2016-17 report, is this available online for people to see?
Absolutely.
We would love for them to check out, the numbers that you've reached and the things that you have done through your events and awards, and the great sponsors that you have on board to help you with that, with whatever services you do provide to the students. And I want to read your mission statement. It says to serve as a bridge between students and employers. So that's really wonderful that your service is in place, because there are students who will be lost. They may have a degree plan in mind, but they still don't know exactly what they want to do with that degree. And then also we want to bring Ms. Jennifer in to talk about, okay, so Ms. Tiffany has a student. They know what they want to do. She's helped them kind of develop a path, a plan. Where do you come in to further guide them?
Most of the time I'm reaching out to her.
Okay.
Saying I need people, send them my way. But no, they're actually, Career Services is great about knowing, and I don't know how they keep up with it, to be honest, because you think of all the companies, not even within just Jonesboro, that are consistently hiring, but Northeast Arkansas,
Okay.
Southeast Missouri, that they probably work with. And when you have students coming in from all different areas, the student population of Jonesboro, or of ASU, is not just from Jonesboro. These kids are from Little Rock. I say kids, I'm sorry. These students are from Little Rock, from Fayetteville, from Kennett, Missouri. And so some of them want to go back to where they came from, or some of them want to stay here.
Okay.
So they have to keep up with not only the students that they engage with, but the companies that they engage with, and
Wow.
know what each company individually wants. Because while we hire computer programmers, so does every other company in Jonesboro. You think about the hospital has computer programmers to work on their development. Hytrol, just gave them a plug.
We need a sponsorship from Hytro.
Right. But these are the people that need these type of workers. But just because they may be a fit for a company like that doesn't necessarily mean they're a fit for my company.
Okay.
And vice versa, because it's just the type of different type of work and development. So they have to know and keep track of those type of demographics and personalities of the students and the employers, and know who I'm looking for and whether they're going to be a fit for me or not. So she'll reach out to me and say, hey, I've had a student come in and I think they'd be a good fit for you. Why don't we connect you guys together somehow and facilitate a conversation? Or I'll reach out to her and say, I've got a job posting,
Okay.
which she approves and puts up on their website. You should visit it at astate.edu/careers.
Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome. and check out what kind of jobs they have, because they approve them, and you get the resumes immediately as soon as somebody applies for the job, just like anywhere else.
Okay.
If I were to post that on Indeed or any other career site. So it's a great bridge, to use that word, between us and them, because for the most part I just go online. I can easily post my jobs.
Okay.
And then once she sees it, not only is it open for the students to be able to look at, but then if someone comes in her office, she knows that I'm hiring. She's going to reach out to me anyways, even if I'm not hiring, and say,
Okay.
I've got someone, and if I don't have them, if I don't have the opportunity at the time, then I can, pass on them or suggest maybe another company. But that's kind of the basics of what we do with them. But then also there have been many times, and I've done it for, I believe now, where we'll set up interview days, and I'll tell her what I'm looking for, and they will, I'm assuming, blast out emails to students, let them know that I'm going to be on site, on campus, I'm coming to them. So like she said, you have to be where the students are.
Yeah.
Well, the students, most of the time, are not going to come to me, so I need to go to them. So I will come on campus, they set me up a room, and I interview all day long.
Wow.
Usually 8 hours. I mean, they pack my day.
About how long is each interview?
We do 15 or 30 minutes?
30-minute
interviews.
So I have had some members from the College of Business, and we didn't talk about that aspect of the interview process as far as the time limit. Is the time limit important? Well, no. that's not the right question. Okay. Why do you feel that you can really get a good feel of someone within the 15-minute time frame?
I feel like I can. I'm very conversational. I conduct my interviews similar to how we're speaking now. I get to know the person. I jump right in. I answer any questions that they may have because, to be honest, a lot of people in Jonesboro, unfortunately, don't know rural sourcing and the company and what we do. We've been here since 2003. But they don't know, and so I spend those first couple of minutes. I hope that they've done the research on the company, but I'm not going to assume that they have. I have to almost think that they're coming in with no knowledge at all. But it's great when they do the research. So if any students are listening, always research before you go to an interview.
Yes.
But it doesn't bother me because I'm very open and I understand that there's a lot going on when you're in college.
Okay.
And that not only between classes and if they're working somewhere or they may have a family or there could be so many different factors that they didn't have time to jump in for 5 minutes even to a website. So I get to know them, and 30 minutes sometimes I talk so fast and they talk so fast that it doesn't last the entire 30 minutes.
Okay.
And sometimes it goes longer, but I try to keep, especially when they've made me a schedule, I try to keep to it. But I feel like 30 minutes is great, a great amount of time to get to know someone.
Now, during that time frame, do you decide whether, okay, I want to see the student again for a follow-up interview, phone interview?
I do. I decide immediately, and I let them know, and I schedule. I bring my computer with me or some kind of notebook that I put them on my calendar right then and there for a second follow-up interview if I like them.
Okay.
And they know when they leave the room. And I'm very honest, too, and let them know if I feel like they're not a fit for whatever reason.
Okay.
Try to let them know in a very tactful way that we're not going to continue on to the next step.
Okay.
But to follow up with me maybe after, and I'll give them some action points of work on this and then come see me. And then afterwards, I immediately let Tiffany and her staff know, here's the ones that I've chosen to go forward.
Okay.
Here's the ones that did not, and here's why.
Okay.
And if there's just a complete reason of why I wouldn't move forward under any circumstances, which is very rare, even then that can be worked on.
Okay. All right. So I do want to get into, so before they get to see you, they have to go through a process, and Ms. Tiffany gave me this packet called Career Essentials, and we might not get into everything right now before we go to break, but I definitely want to get started. I do want to say that you also provide resume review, mock interview, career fairs. You already talked about classroom presentations. What is RSO workshops?
Those are those registered student organization workshops. So if there's any Greek letter organizations, or let's say there's a group of students with like-minded ideas that want to form a group, like they may be in the biology club, or it may be in the Quidditch club. Just depends on what their interests are, but these individuals are like-minded.
Okay.
And not only that, if they are wanting to become more career-minded, that's when they'll invite us into the class, into their organization meetings.
Okay. And then also special events. And so we will definitely make sure you post this information on our social media so that our listeners and followers can follow you and pay more attention to what you have going on. Someone never knows where they may be in life, and if they are an alum, like you said, alumni of Arkansas State, they can still utilize your service. They may want to shift jobs, maybe different type of career. So they never know. You can help them. All right, so like I said before, we've had some individuals from the College of Business, and we did talk about resumes, basically from top to bottom, how to put a resume together. But there are some other essentials that go along with when you're applying for a job, especially at a big company. Cover letters, we didn't talk about that, and how important is a cover letter? And then when and what instances do you use it, and what instances do you not necessarily use it?
So anytime a student or an individual is looking to apply for an opportunity, if it says they want a cover letter, you really need to follow directions and upload a cover letter as well as a resume. The cover letter is usually just a one-page document. It outlines in detail, in complete sentences, what you're actually looking for, or your skill sets that you can relate to the company. So the individual always needs to look at the job description and then make sure that they are tailoring that cover letter as well as the resume to fit the needs of what the company is looking for.
Okay. So not about yourself, like on some tangent, but
oh no, no, it shouldn't be anything personal. It still needs to stick to the education that you've obtained or you're trying to obtain. It needs to stick to the skill sets that you already have, and then looking at the job description, it needs to relate what skills you have that makes you the best fit for that opportunity.
Okay, and one thing I'm seeing in this information that I probably would have made a mistake already on, it says do not write to whom it may concern.
Right.
We need to say dear sir or madam.
You can say dear sir or madam, but anytime, let's say for instance, if a student is looking at a job through Hire ASTATE, which is that career management portal Jennifer was talking about, you'll know exactly who you're sending that information to. So if it's Miss Jennifer Rorex, then that's who you need to put on there.
Okay. So when possible, address the person directly.
Absolutely.
Now, if you're unsure of of course, it's a man, Mr., but for a woman, is it safe to put MS for Ms. or if you're unsure?
If you're unsure if they're married or not, yes,
okay.
It's definitely sure. It's definitely okay.
Okay, and it says your cover letter should add value to your resume, not repeat it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so can you expound on that?
Yes, because when you list a resume, we tell our students, and this is information we've obtained from employers spend about 30 seconds to 2 minutes on a resume. So it needs to be bulleted information, and whenever you're writing a cover letter, you can go in a little bit more detail.
Okay, I'm sorry to have to cut you off right there. We're getting ready for our first break. When we come back, we'll finish up talking about the essentials of the career essentials. So please stay tuned, and we'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Moms, are you ready for life to get a little bit easier? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. Life hacks are simple ideas that make life easier. And if there's anyone who needs a good life hack, it's moms. Moms are the ones who keep families going with their encouragement, support, love, and selflessness. So here are some life hacks to take away some of the stress that comes with being a mom. First, we have a conversation life hack. This gives moms simple conversation starters to stay involved in their kids' lives. Second, check out our clutter life hack that helps moms keep their families organized. Next, there's the consequence life hack to help moms figure out how to discipline with love and fairness. For these and other life hacks for moms, check out imom.com. Remember, your family first.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
The Epic Center, located at 1899 Hasbrook Road, County Road 333, is Jonesboro's newest venue for entertainment for the entire family. They offer an auditorium with theater-style seating for up to 1,100 guests, a large stage, professional lighting and sound, dressing rooms, concessions, and more. Available for weddings, concerts, pageants, birthday parties, showers, and more. Booking and other information is available at Epic Center Jonesboro on Facebook, epiccenterjonesboro.com, and at 870-530-5841.
Did you know that KLEK 102.5 FM is a non-profit organization? Did you know that you can donate to KLEK 102.5 FM and your donation is tax deductible? Donations to non-profit organizations such as KLEK can reduce the amount of taxes you may owe the IRS or increase the amount of any potential tax refund. Support your KLEK today. You can donate by calling 870-277-1080, visiting our studio at 1411 Franklin Street in Jonesboro, or on our website www.klekfm.org. We at KLEK 102.5 FM are blessed and grateful for your support. From the KLEK Community Calendar, Habitat for Humanity of Greater Jonesboro is now accepting housing applications. Habitat for Humanity of Greater Jonesboro is a nonprofit organization that extends a hands-up opportunity to those in need of home ownership. Since 1992, Habitat for Humanity of Greater Jonesboro has helped build homes for a total of 20 families. To become a recipient for a Habitat home, a family must meet the following qualifications: demonstrate a need for housing, be willing to partner, and have the ability to pay. Applications are available at www.jonesborohabitat.com or at their office at 520 West Monroe Avenue in Jonesboro. More information is available via Michael Sullivan at 870-203-9898 or M. Sullivan at jonesborohabitat.com. Applications are due October 15th, 2017.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We're speaking with Miss Tiffany Johnson from Arkansas State University and Miss Jennifer Rorex. Did I say that right? Okay. I always feel like I'm getting tongue-tied on that. From Rural Sourcing Incorporated, which is an IT staffing company. Okay. Good. So we've been talking about the career services and Ms. Jennifer's company and how they connect and how they try to help students find a career of their choice, hopefully, but something that is very beneficial to whatever they study, whatever their major is, Okay, so we were talking about Career Essentials, and we were just getting into cover letters. Before we finish up, I want to give a shout out to Dr. Karen McDaniel from the College of Business. She says rock stars in career services. So thank you for watching, Dr. Karen. Okay, so we were talking about what to do and what not to do in your cover letter. And I was also reading through this handout. The format of the cover letter is very important as well. It's a block style, so no indentions, no tabbing, like your first sentence of each paragraph. Now, how many paragraphs essentially should a cover letter be?
A cover letter should at least have 3 paragraphs.
Okay.
But, as I stated before, we don't want to go over 1 page
Okay.
because employers aren't going to spend a lot of time on that either. They want to make sure that they're reading the most important information. So it needs to be in block style and complete sentences. But you still want to make sure that you're straight to the point in talking about how your experience correlates with what the company is looking for.
Okay. All right. So we another thing that we talked about with the College of Business was the resume length and style, layout. So, Ms. Jennifer, what are you looking for when you look at a resume?
I'm looking for keywords first.
Okay, I've heard that before.
What I'm going for is for keywords within programming. So I'm looking for Java, .NET, C#, whatever I'm hiring for. I'm straight looking for that keyword to see if it's there. And then I go from there and look at their experience, look at where they've worked before. And now we've got to remember a lot of times I'm working with students who have worked at Chick-fil-A or McDonald's, and sometimes they feel, and I know we've talked about this with me, that why do I need to put that on my resume? Because it shows so much more than you believe it shows.
And those transferable skills that are key.
Of working with other people, taking responsibilities, delegation. If you've been a manager at McDonald's for 2 years while you're in college, that shows a lot of your sustainability, your loyalty, and you've gained a lot of knowledge. So people should never leave something off their resume if it shows their skill set. But back to what I look for in the first go round is those keywords. Don't put something on your resume though that does not fit. So because I'm gonna figure it out within the first couple minutes of the interview with you. I'm gonna ask you something in relation to a keyword that I look for, and if you can't explain it, don't put it on there. That's probably the biggest mistake.
What? So people try to pad their resume?
Well, I don't think that they know or they realize that that's what they're doing. That they're taking what they've been taught, which is use your experiences, use your education, put it on your resume. But there will be people that'll put that they're an expert in Java, and then I'll start talking to them, and they can't explain the basic foundation of it. So make sure that you're being very honest on your resume, and don't use words that are great to use if you really are that, if you're not. So just be careful on that.
And that goes back to them researching the company, looking at that job description.
Yes.
Looking for those keywords that, that they can place on their resume, but it needs to actually reflect what they can accomplish as well. Right. So just making sure that they understand the position in which they're applying for.
Now, Ms. Tiffany, when you're talking with students, do you try to encourage them, don't try to oversell yourself and, like you're up here, be who you are and acknowledge, like Ms. Jennifer said, acknowledge what skills you have. Don't try to oversell it over.
Absolutely. So when we take students through, let's say, mock interview training, we encourage them to definitely look at your skill sets and be able to market yourself within that interview, or market yourself on that piece of paper called your resume. So do we want them to sell themselves? Yes, but do we want you to be overly confident and talk about things that you really can't achieve? No, but sell the things that you can.
Okay. Now, do you would you recommend, say, students that are freshman, sophomore, if they have the time in their schedule and they know what career path they want to take, maybe look into some volunteer intern options in that career, some non-paid positions to give them experience, so when they do graduate, whether they get their master's or not, they're going to look for a job somewhere. So
we have outline called the 4-year plan. So we look at freshman year, sophomore, junior, and senior. And each year, these are the things that you really should be doing.
Okay.
So during that freshman year, that's more of the exploration stage. So start looking at volunteer opportunities. Start getting to know your advisors as well as your faculty and staff, because these individuals eventually will serve as references either on your resume or as a recommendation if you're wanting to go to graduate school. So yes, we do encourage them to start that career planning process as soon as they step on campus as a freshman.
Okay. And for those that don't know what they want to do at all, there's always the Wilson Advising Center. Yes. They will hopefully help you get on the right track, students, and then you can talk to Miss Tiffany. Okay, so Miss Jennifer, have you ever ran across like a bad cover letter and a bad resume?
So yes, just because I've been working in this realm for a long time. Before I took my position at Rural Sourcing, I worked with a local staffing company for years.
Okay.
And so I worked with individuals of all walks of life, not even just students, but they would come to us and looking for work, and whether they had hit hard times and they didn't have as many opportunities as everyone else in in careers, or if they were a professional, we staffed people, CEOs of companies. So staffing companies are great for that middle ground of maybe you don't know exactly, or you've had a situation where you're looking, whether it's into a layoff or reduction in workforce situation, or you're getting back in the workforce. So I came across many resumes when working in that field that just either had too much information on them. I got a resume one time that was 16 pages long.
What?
Yes, ma'am. It had the individual's picture on it, their social security number, their marital status, their address, their phone number, their children's names. It was a novel of this man, and I had to really rein him in because he felt like he should take his work duties that you would find in like a company handbook, and he basically copied and pasted it for every job he ever had. And so kind of reeling that back. And he was a professional. He was a very educated, experienced professional, but just was making some very different choices on how to sell himself. And just the oversharing of information, especially social security number. It was kind of mind-boggling that somebody would put that on there. But you see mistakes like that. But the grammatical errors, of course, happen all the time. Always get somebody to double check your resume, whether it's career services or your best friend who is an English major. Get someone else to read over that, because another set of eyes on it is very important. I will notice a spelling error on a resume before I notice anything else.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. I try to be more mindful of that, and I'm one of those people, because of the class that I'm taking now, I have to write a lot, and so I can look at something 3 times and then still find an error. So yes, I could use an extra set of eyes.
You know what you're thinking and what you want to be there, so you automatically start reading it to be there. But that's why you have to find those individuals that can proofread and edit for you.
And it doesn't mean that you're a bad speller or bad at grammar. It's just that your eyes are seeing what you think you want to see, and if you're not catching it. So it's always good to someone look over it.
And this one thing, even though I wasn't very happy I had to take this class, Making Connections, I'm very grateful for it after the fact, because that's one thing that we went over is professional writing. So I'm very grateful.
And Making Connections faculty always ask us to speak into their classes. So
that's awesome. I was going to ask about is there a curriculum? Is there other courses in the curriculum that can teach these skills if you're not necessarily in the business, not in the College of Business or not in the College of something else professional?
Well, I'm not sure. I would definitely have to go and research what colleges offer those type of courses on professional writing. Like, we know that there's individuals in the College of Business that teach it.
Okay.
But then there's also individuals across campus that may teach it, but I mean, it's usually an elective as well.
Okay.
Visit Career Services and they will help you write your resume.
All right, so just go to Career Services.
And it definitely goes back to that Career Essentials guide that you have. That Career Essentials guide can be found in our office, or it can be found in Hire ASTATE, but I think it's about 16 pages, just the do's and don'ts, and then it gives you templates of what a great resume should look like, what a great cover letter should look like. And then we have those keywords, those action words. There's 2 full pages of action words, because we have individuals like Jennifer that may look at the resume, but then there's other companies that just send it through a computerized system. And if your keywords are not there, then what they do is you automatically go to the no pile.
Okay, so there are words. It says, and I'm definitely not going to read all these, action verbs to enhance your resume. And they're, from all different fields like management and financial, communication and research, technical, teaching, detail, leadership, teamwork, and creative. Okay, so based on whatever the job is, it's good to have a tool like this around, so that to help you pick out words that will really catch the employer's eye. Okay.
Well, it just makes a resume clean and makes you know that it was thought out, that you just didn't throw something up there. So using words like maintain, responsible, initiated. Make sure you did those
Collaborated.
things.
Okay.
Right. Make sure you did those things, but using words, it shows that the person took the time, sat down, and thought about it, and didn't just copy and paste out of a book or a template. That they actually had to put some thought into their resume.
Okay. Now, would you advise individuals, if you can't say these words in normal conversation, try not to put them on your resume?
Yes, because in the interview, they may ask you something about what's on that resume. And most times they do, because that's why they called you in, because they saw a great resume. They saw something in you, on the resume, they wanted to get you to know you a little bit better. So if you can't, pronounce or articulate what was on the resume, then you may not want to put it on there.
Okay. Like conceptualized. Like, if you don't use that word in a in more everyday language, if it's not, And again, this information can be found at www.astate.edu/careers. And you can also email them at careers@astate.edu. So this packet is really wonderful, filled with some samples from Miss Scarlett Redwood. Okay, so let's talk about references. They help secure your job offers, or they can hurt you to some degree. So let's talk about some basic guidelines.
The first guideline is if you don't want them to hurt you, make sure that individual knows that they are a part of your reference list. So before you even start crafting that reference page, let's go to that individual and ask, do you mind serving as a reference for me? And then once they've actually been listed on the reference page, and let's say Miss Jennifer has actually looked at it, I'm going to call Tiffany as her reference. make sure that before you even call that individual that you've given them a heads up. I listed you as a reference. Thank you so much. Here's the job that I'm applying for, and here's my resume attached. If you need to just refresh on the type of skills that I have, please let me know if you have any questions. So those are the basic rules, just to make sure they know. And then once you've applied for a job, follow back up with them again. With the reference page, you want their name, their title, their company, the phone number, as well as the email address.
Okay. Now, Ms. Jennifer, do you actually call every reference that's on the resume, or do you just kind of randomly pick some?
We actually don't check references, only because most of the colleagues that we are, or candidates that we're looking at, are usually college. And if we've gotten a recommendation from Career Services, then they're probably a good catch. And our higher up levels, we are very much based on the type of skill set that we're looking for. But we do call if we feel like if something warrants us to call a reference. Now, in past jobs that I've had, we had to have, especially in staffing, you had to have 3 references per job put in into our system. It was audited, and so we had to call references. And there's nothing worse than either getting a wrong number, bounce back on an email, or the person has no idea who you're talking about. But make sure, I would also echo what Tiffany is, that just because you told somebody, make sure you check up with them, on a consistent basis if you're looking for a job. I've had people call me that I worked with 12 years ago that say, I'm going to put you as a reference, and I've declined because I haven't worked with you in 12 years. I don't know what your skill set is.
A lot can change in 12 years.
A lot can change. I don't know your path and your journey anymore. So, I politely declined to be somebody's reference. They look at the position that I have and where I've gone and think she'll be a great reference. Well, I probably would be for you, but I haven't worked with you in quite a bit of time. So make sure that you are choosing people and following up with them, because I've had companies call me and say, so put you down as a reference. And I'm like, what? Then you're put on the spot. And you're like, what do I say? And I'm too honest of a person, and I've told the company I haven't worked with them in 10 years. I hate to hope I'm not ruining their chances, but I have to be honest to you a little bit more than them.
And when considering references, it needs to be professional references, not personal ones. You don't want to put your mom or your grandmother on there. You'd hope they say good things, but then sometimes they wouldn't. But you want individuals that would speak to your work ethic, your character, and the skill sets that you have.
I'm looking at the checklist for asking someone to serve as a reference, and it says provide a copy of your resume to your reference. So they need to know what you're applying for, what you've done. They need to know what to speak on.
Speak directly to the experience.
Because you might get an interviewer that asks the reference some tough questions that, why do they have a gap in their employment? I don't think they would, but they may. I might.
So you want to make sure that they're always prepared. So always have that conversation with that reference.
And then there's some other important tips on here. A call from thank your references in writing and keep them updated on the progress of your job search. I mean, they went out of their way to provide that reference for you. If they did get a phone call, well, they deserve the right to know that, yes, I got the job, no, I didn't, or, whatever's going on. So, and then a call from a prospective employer should not be a surprise to them. They should know, I don't know when you're going to get the call, but expect a call from company XYZ in this time frame. All right, so I don't want to run out of time again. Let's get into personal statements. What is that?
The personal statement is designed for individuals who are going into graduate school. So we will assist them in just key tips and maybe like grammar and writing on what they should at least list in a personal statement. But we do assist students with graduate school. I'm going to give a plug also to the Writing Center. So a lot of our students, we encourage them to visit the Writing Center, but we are also a resource.
It says, all about you. Personal statements are about you. They're not poems, funny, or sarcastic. Have you ever read one that was like, they wrote it as they taught? Like, there's some people who, in normal conversation, we say things differently than we should write them. So have you ever read a personal statement that sounds
The way that they actually speak, or I like to say sometimes in text language.
Okay.
I have not seen text language, or if they did just write these things down, then we try to just bring them back in. It's okay to have a hook at the beginning in that first introduction paragraph, but we want to make sure that it's a serious document because you are going into a profession, or not only a profession, but into graduate school. So we want to make sure that it is academically written. It's free of any errors or grammatical errors or anything like that.
Okay. And since they are not about the program or the career, it's all about you. Okay.
So they want to get to know who that individual is. So.
Now, is there such a thing, and I'm sure there's a yes, as putting too much of you, like...
Yeah, you don't have to go all the way back to birth. So, yes, you can list way too much. Again, you want to say, what does this journey look like, and how will getting into this program help achieve this journey? And what can you offer to the field once you're out of that program? So still keeping you as the center of it all, but then also making sure that you don't just pad too much, kind of like the resume that we were talking about. You don't want to put everything in the document.
Everything in the kitchen sink.
Right.
Okay. We're going to get ready for break. Oh, goodness. I'm going to try to stop laughing. When we come back, we're going to just wrap up everything that we've talked about as much as we can. I hope that you all have been enjoying this conversation. I hope that you're taking notes. And we'll make sure to give you the websites and the location of the career services and give more information about Ms. Jennifer's company, Rural Sourcing. So please stay tuned, and we'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. Divorce is a difficult and challenging transition that many people go through. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention's National Vital Statistics System, 38% of all marriages in 2014 ended in divorce. While the dissolution of a marriage is hard for both men and women, research shows that women fare far worse financially. Black Enterprise Senior Personal Finance Editor Stacy Tisdale reveals key pitfalls that women need to watch for in divorce. The first is letting your emotions determine your path. Money is always emotional, but divorce amplifies this reality many times over. Do not, for example, get overly anxious to get closure. Rushing into a divorce settlement because you just want to get it over with can spell the difference between a secure retirement and a strained one. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
Attention members and guests, KLEK 102.5 FM and Legends Barbecue Smokehouse is bringing you more blues and southern soul featuring Mr. Sam, performing hits like Roll It, Roll It.
She said jump up, roll it, jump back, roll it.
Zydeco some more.
Let's go Zydeco some more.
Go to work.
To the left, y'all go to work. To the left, y'all go to work.
And more. Mr. Sam will be in the building at Legends Barbecue Smokehouse, Saturday, September 30th. Doors open at 7 o'clock p.m., showtime 8 o'clock p.m. Tickets $10 in advance, $15 at the door. Tickets available at Legends, Cool Cuts, KLEK, and online at klekfm.org. More blues and southern soul just for you with Mr. Sam, Saturday, September 30th at Legends Barbecue Smokehouse, 1025 West Johnson Avenue in Jonesboro.
This event is a KLEK fundraiser.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com. Meineke of Jonesboro is now Starks Auto Service, a full-service auto repair and vehicle maintenance center, offering engine and transmission repair, brake service, tires, oil changes, and more, performed by ASE certified mechanics. The all-new Starks Auto Service, 2813 South Caraway Road in Jonesboro, 870-204-7112. Starks Auto Service, Jonesboro.com.
Arkansas Early Learning is accepting applications right now for childcare. We have locations all across Northeast Arkansas. Applications at arearlylearning.org. That's arearlylearning.org. Right here in the community at no cost. Arkansas Early Learning offering kids a head start.
Arkansas Early Learning is a nonprofit organization.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I hope that you all have been enjoying this conversation as much as I have. I can't thank Miss Tiffany and Miss Jennifer enough for joining me on today and sharing this wealth of information. I hope there's someone out there who has maybe had questions on how to get started on their career path, how to get help with their resume, cover letter, and everything in between, how to reach out to a company. I hope that you have learned something here today. But if you haven't been able to absorb everything, you can still reach out to the Career Services Center, or you can reach out to Miss Jennifer. I'm sure that even if you're not a fit for her company, she can still give you some direction on another company that will be a good fit for you. And so I'm going to let them have the floor and wrap up with whatever information we didn't cover and go back over some things we did cover. So.
Well, just for anyone that's on campus, Career Services, we're located on the second floor of the Student Union in Suite 2167. We want to assist them with any career planning needs that they may have, which includes resume writing, mock interviews, and we want to be wherever you are. But in an effort to utilize what you're learning from our center, you can use it at our upcoming career fairs. So we have a STEM and agriculture career fair, which is science, technology, engineering, and math. In addition with our agriculture. That fair is October 18th from 9 to 2 in Centennial Hall on the 3rd floor. And then we have our All Majors Fair October 25th from 9 to 2, same time, different place. Same time and place, just a different date. So our goal is for students to start looking for those internships. For both fairs, what we typically do is if individuals are looking for an internship, we give the employer a red balloon. So as soon as they walk into the room, or as soon as a student or an alum walk into the room, they'll know exactly if they're looking for internships, go to that table. If you're looking for a full-time job, you can still visit the table, but they are also looking for interns. What we encourage students to bring with them is their resume. And not only with their resume, you want to make a lasting first impression. So encouraging them to dress business casual or business. We want to make sure that they know about those power colors, which are black, navy blue, and brown. And so our goal is to ensure that they know exactly what it takes to be successful.
I'm glad you brought that up, those power colors. And I know Dr. Karen has mentioned that before. And I think because me personally, I'm not in the process of looking for a job. Like, it's not present. It's not in the forward part of my brain. But it's great to know. Maybe someone, if you are looking for another job or considering a different career path, get you a dedicated notebook, sticky pad, something. For those of you that watch Being Mary Jane, she has sticky notes like all over everywhere. Put sticky notes everywhere.
And we also offer, we have portfolios within our office. So that kind of completes that look. So individuals can put resumes, they can list their notes in there. Now what we do is we encourage all seniors to attend the career fair. We really encourage all students, but the first 100 seniors will receive that portfolio. And I want to make a correction. It's black, navy blue, and gray, not brown. Those are the three power colors.
So black, navy blue, and gray.
Yes.
Alrighty. And then what about for guys, like ties? Are there specific ties
Yes, so we encourage them to wear a solid color. You don't want to come up with your Christmas tie or SpongeBob tie. I'm not sure if they have SpongeBob tie. I know that's
I'm
something
sure.
in the past, but they do. Make sure that you don't have that on. Maybe like a black or a red. We encourage them to wear that nice black suit, a white button-up shirt.
Okay.
Excuse me, and a solid color tie, and then nice shoes and nice socks.
Okay.
And so if students are unsure on what to wear, we actually purchase mannequins over the summer. And so we have a display within our center called the Dress for Success display.
Okay.
So we have a young man in a gray suit, and then we have a young lady in a in a black skirt suit.
Okay.
And both items were donated by dealers.
That is
So
really
they are our
awesome.
sponsor.
All right, so students have no excuse not to get this information, not to know. They can't say, well, I didn't know. Yes, you did.
And then we also partner with the College of Business. Dr. Steve Leslie has a career closet. The career closet is designed for students who are looking for clothing for their on-campus interviews or for their jobs, or for the on-campus interviews, jobs, or for the career fair. And so they can go over to the center and just talk to Dr. Leslie about their needs and their wants. And then also we partner with him, so the individual has to utilize our services as well.
That is amazing.
And I would just say also, I wouldn't want any student to ever feel like they shouldn't go to a career fair or anything just because they don't have what's considered the proper clothing.
Okay.
Because you can look just as nice in a pair of jeans that are clean, your shirt tucked in, as you can in a suit. It's all about how you present yourself.
Okay.
When you step up to that booth and talk to that individual. But there are options, and also Goodwill has a career services center that they offer some great options, and they offer, I believe, either very low cost clothing or free depending on your situation. So there's always a way to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success and never let those type of things fall in your way.
That's awesome.
And I want to talk about one of our future programs. It won't happen until the spring, but it's called our Suit Up program, and we are partnering with JCPenney.
Okay.
They are going to open their store after hours on a Sunday, only for Arkansas State University current students. Those students will get an opportunity to go into that area and have assistance from individual volunteers from our center, volunteers around campus, as well as the associates will assist them in finding that career clothing. And those individuals will receive, a 40% off coupon, as well as additional discounts within the store. And so our hope in career services is to provide shuttle services, as well as maybe some gift cards to some of the individuals that arrive early.
Please, please, please keep us up to date on that.
Yes.
We want to
that
pass.
isn't until February 18th, but I definitely wanted to make a plug now.
Okay, we would definitely make sure I will stay on top of finding that information and pass it around all of our social media
Maybe
sites.
I can come back. We can
Yes,
talk about it in the
ma'am.
spring.
We most definitely can have you back. I can't thank you ladies enough for joining us today. And if you want to find out more information, again, www.astate.edu/careers. You can find a list of all of the events, the 2017-18 calendar of events. Is this also available on the website?
It's not available on the website. We encourage the students to come by and visit,
Okay.
but we can definitely add it onto the website if that helps them to find it.
Alrighty, but you can also find various other information that's very helpful, and then make a phone call and they can get you in the right path. Maybe set up an appointment for you to come by their office, and the phone number is 870-972-3025, and they're located again on the second floor of the Ring Student Union, Suite 2167. So thank you so much, Ms. Tiffany and Ms. Jennifer, for joining me today. Thank you to everyone out there that is listening. Thank you for tuning in to Community Conversations. Join us tomorrow. We will have Shamal Carter from Mid-South Health Systems talking about mental health issues and some community projects that he's working on. I hope everyone has a very great day. I know it's kind of unseasonably warm for September, but try to make the most of it and make today great anyway. Have a blessed day.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.